down 76% in 2022. Is Shopify stock a buy for 2023? I'm going to answer that question in this video, so stay tuned. The first thing I'm going to look at is Shopify's incredible revenue growth going back several years before 2016. You see this explosive revenue growth even before the pandemic. And then, of course, after the pandemic, online shopping exploded. If you were a business and you wanted to make sales, you needed to have an online presence. That was excellent for Shopify. Revenue exploded 1.4 billion in its most to reach over 1 billion quarterly, consistently over several quarters now, 1.4 billion in its most recent quarter. The next thing I want to look at is Shopify's operating profit. What I want to see is, as revenue is exploding, is operating income rising alongside it? And the answer was yes, operating income was rising very nicely as revenue exploded, so did its operating income. We saw nice economies in scale here. However, that reversed in recent quarters as Shopify has invested billions of dollars in rolling out a fulfillment network. It's getting into logistics and fulfillment. It wants to offer its merchants the ability to offer its customers a shipping promise, a shipping guarantee. That's costing Shopify billions up front, and it's going to bring in some return on that investment, which remains to be seen what it's going to be. I'll admit I was not happy with this investment. I liked Shopify better as an asset light business model without the expenses of logistics and fulfillment. I felt that that's what weighs down Amazon so significantly, being that it has to spend billions and billions and billions on fulfillment, and it's so expensive, and I don't know how it can make money on that fulfillment. Amazon's been losing a lot of money in its e-commerce side of that business. It's just a really burdensome business to be in. I would have preferred Shopify not be in that business, but that was not my choice. That was Shopify management's choice, and you could see it's already impacting profitability. And Shopify management has said in the near term, profits are going to be constrained as it invests in rolling out these fulfillment services. The good thing is, though, the business did demonstrate economies in scale and expanding profits before this investment in fulfillment. And the same was true for its cash flow from operations. You saw very nice growth here in cash flow from operations, and then it made that massive investment, and we're seeing cash flow from operations fall as a result, negative 214 million in its most recent quarter. And finally, I want to see Shopify's average shares outstanding. I look at this for a lot of the tech companies I follow. Tech companies like to pay a lot in stock-based compensation. I just want to make sure that the shareholder dilution is not too severe. And from 2018 to 2022, here in ending 2022, we see about 269 million shares, about 26% added, which is, it's not great, but it's also not terrible. Reasonable shareholder dilution going on at Shopify. All right, so to answer the question, I need to look at valuation, whether or not the stock is a buy, and it's trading at a price to sales of 7.85, let's say, rounding up here. It's the cheapest the stock has been going back to 2016. So to answer the question, is Shopify stock a buy for 2023? And I'm going to say yes with an asterisk, right? I'm going to say yes so long as you plan on holding Shopify stock for several years. Several years. If you're investing just for 2023, then Shopify stock, I would not recommend Shopify stock for this 1 year investment period. 2023 is it's going to be volatile. I'm not sure how online spending is going to evolve in 2023. Are consumers going to revert back to spending more money away from home, or once they unleash this pent up demand for restaurants and travel and concerts and all of that, are they going to return to a more normal spending balance between online and in person? That's hard to say right now. The projecting consumer behavior has been really difficult ever since the onset of the pandemic, so I don't want to speculate on that. However, if you were planning on holding Shopify for, let's say, 5 years or 10 years, then I would say it's a great investment to buy in 2013, because I fully expect consumer sales as a online sales as a percentage of overall sales to continue rising over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years. The advantages offered by online shopping are just too great for any brick and mortar business to compete with right now. I don't see that changing in the near term. Shopping online, having it delivered to your door, you don't have to leave your home, you don't have to carry anything, you don't have to look for products, you don't have to go park. All of that is just too much of a benefit to make up for the fact that you have to go shop in person, and the prices are arguably cheaper online too. So uh, I don't see very much of an argument for shopping in person. So for that reason, as a 5 year, as a 10-year investment, Shopify would be a good stock to buy for 2023. All right, so that's all I've got for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.